once that loads, first thing we want to do, if you double click up here in the header, it'll fill the screen. So that's what I like to do so I can see everything. And the first thing we're going to do is in our V stack, we want to remove these items. So select and press backspace. And then we want to create a list. And the simplest way to create a list is just to type list and then opening brace, press return, and then let's add some text fields. So we're going to say text, and let's pick some names. So we have Elisha, text, let's do another one, Andre, let's do another text, Jasmine, and one more, Pochan. So when you create it like this, it automatically creates the list, and if you interact with it, you can click and you can see how it behaves. So it looks and feels like the list view that we're familiar with in most of our applications. Notice there's the text, there's a little divider line, and it's got rounded corners and everything. And so this is kind of the basics or the simplest way to create a list. Now, rather than having these statically typed or hard-coded, as we like to call it, we want to dynamically load this. So let's go ahead and delete these texts. And then let's create a state variable. So you remember, use the @ sign and then state. And remember, state variables are always private. And then it's a var. And we'll call it names. And this is going to be of type, it's going to be array of strings. And so let's go ahead and create, and we'll use the same names that we had before. So I'm just typing Andre, Jasmine, Pochan. All right. So we've got our array. Now, in order to see them on the screen, we want to use the for each view. You remember in the previous tutorials, a for each view will go through an array and then output whatever you have in the code block. And so for our cases, we're going to create a for each, and then open parenthesis, and we're going to say names, which is the data source. And then the ID is just going to be the \.description. And then we have an opening brace, and then we say name in. And now we can have it for every name in the names array. We're going to have it create a text and using the name. So now we have the same list that we had before, but instead of hard coding every single one, we now have it dynamically created with an array of names, and then it updates that. So every time this names array changes, it will update the view by either adding or adding or removing a name.